2 fights down, 2 fights to go before the semi-finals. Tom Ansell is already in, and we just saw our first ever knockout in Total Combat. It was Marley Swindles, 43 seconds, 471 pounds. It's on to the next fight now, and it's Sukhy Saroya against Conor Stewart. Andy.
Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, Conor Stewart! And he'll be fighting in the red corner, Sukhy Saroya! Boxing fans, let's size them up and count them down. It's Total Combat.
Well, the bass was pumping, and I'm sure the adrenaline is also flowing for these two men. Conor Stewart, the tallest boxer in Total Combat, 6'2", comes from a decent lineage of boxers. His dad was a good fighter, so too his uncle Lennox, went by the nickname Tiger, and Sukhy Saroya, nicknamed The Secret. Well, Stewart certainly believes that his height and his reach will be his key advantage here. He's not as experienced necessarily as Saroya.
In the dressing room earlier on. Behave yourselves, do as you're told, and above all, defend yourselves at all times. Good luck to you both.
Words there from the ever-professional referee, Richie Davis. He's overseen 86 world title fights, and here he is in charge of our first round encounter in Total Combat. Nice early flurry there from Conor Stewart.
Yeah, first southpaw we've seen tonight as well. Leading with his right hand. As you can see, good shot there by Sukhy. Stewart's trying to keep it long, he's trying to keep it at distance. Where he is there when he's trying to get in range, that's when Sukhy's got a chance, that's when he needs to throw his shots. Because out there, you've got no chance of catching Stewart. A fair play to Stewart, he's got a game plan. Every time Sukhy lunges in, he throws not 1, but 3 or 4 shots.
Good counter there by Saroya, just reminding Stewart that he does have fighting pedigree, albeit not necessarily strictly within the environment of boxing up until now.
But he's a fighter, Rob. He knows how to fight, regardless what discipline it is. He knows how to fight. And what he done there, Stewart come in with a load of punches, and Saroya caught him on a counter, and just give Stewart, just to let him know, I'm still about, I can still hurt you.
Do you think a reach is an advantage in an environment like Total Combat?
If he uses it well, of course he can. He can keep him long, he can catch the boy with nice crisp shots coming in, which, you know, the boy's getting hurt every time he comes in. He's not going to want to come in. But this is where Total Combat comes into play. That boy who's at a disadvantage, he's got to grit his teeth, he's got to bite down his gum shield, he's got to jump in.
So, we've had nearly a minute and a half. The money clock, if you want to call it that, is down to just less than £3,000 now. And remember, we will have the half-minute blitz. The air raid siren will signal a 30-second section where a knockout will result in the end of the fight, even if the boxer's able to get back on his feet.
Good shots there by Stewart. He's keeping him long. Sukhy's just waiting a little bit too much, and he's just catching him coming in. The one thing I'm impressed with this Total Combat, Rob, good shots there by Stewart. The one thing I'm impressed with, how stringent they've been with the medicals. You know, when I heard about this and I was asked to do this, you know, I was a bit dubious, but I told they've all had a proper fighter's medical, an MRA scan, a blood urine test, eye test. They've had the works, and as you can see, the doctors checking before they get in, the doctors checking out. It's very professionally run. The fight in themselves, they're all action.
Yes, they're being well looked after, these guys. 2 paramedic ambulances on standby. Hopefully neither needed, but all provision made to try and make this as safe and entertaining as possible inside the last 3.5 minutes now. Overall, Stewart has been making that reach work, but Saroya, as you said, Enzo, he is a little bit of a warrior. He is digging in, but he's got to maybe change his tactics a little bit here and make that gritty presence felt and try and work on the inside, because Stewart's not giving him many opportunities.
No, and Stewart looks tired, and you know, if Stewart gets tired, his advantages goes to his disadvantage. He works on reflex, he works on range. Well, he's getting tired, his reflex is not going to be as fast. He's going to let Sukhy come in, because he's going to be open with a shot. I've noticed already he started lowering his hands a little bit more, and that here's where Sukhy needs to jump at him. He wants to win that money, he wants to win that fight.
So here we go, we're into a 30-second blitz. One punch and this bout could be over, and the winner would be £1,000 richer. And they're both going for it here. This is what Total Combat is all about. Toe-to-toe. Both men want to end this with 2.5 minutes still to go. And Saroya working his way on the inside. And Stewart's being asked the questions here. And the youngster from Abbey Wood, South East London, has got to find some defence now, having worked on the outside for so long.
Well, both of them going for this. They want that extra money. You know, there's a chance they can end the fight in that 30 seconds. I think this is the exciting concept about Total Combat. They could get hammered for 5.5 minutes, and a 30-second blitz, you could finish the fight and win the fight.
Good shot there from Saroya, and we still have 1 minute and 3/4 to go here. And these two men, without any shadow of a doubt, despite the youth and experience of Stewart, just 22, they will both be feeling the pace here. They were absolutely going for it during the blitz, and that will surely lead them to some oxygen debt in these closing stages.
I don't know how hard it is for me to explain to you how hard punching flat out for 6 minutes is. You know, it's, we do a little workout in a boxing gym, and we do something similar. And, you know, 30 seconds, 40 seconds, flat out hammering on. These boys are trying to do it for 6 minutes. And you can see, physically, they're very fatigued, but they want that money and they're still fighting. Good shots there by Saroya.
Well, Saroya, you suspect, has weathered the Stewart storm a little bit. As I say that, Stewart just puts another couple of shots around the midriff of Saroya. But Saroya, from Hitchin, is not out of this yet.
No, he's not. He needs to do more, you know. Looking at it as a casual fan, obviously Stewart has done the more work, he's done the more eye-catching punches. For me to win this fight, Saroya needs that knockout. So now's the time he needs to bite down that gum shield and just get involved. Get a toe-to-toe fight. And, you know, if he can drag him into a toe-to-toe fight, he's got a chance, because he's in range.
Well, Saroya won that European title bout against Aaron Robinson with some crunching body blows. So he does have the big shots, but he needs to produce them now inside the last 20 seconds.
Yeah, he's going for it as well. He's looking for them long shots over the top, over the catch Stewart with his hands down. And Stewart is playing a dangerous game here with his hands down.
So just the last few seconds ticking down, and Stewart thinks he may well have just finished it right at the end of the bout. It will be fascinating to see which way Richie Davis goes. Well, Conor Stewart definitely using that reach. He had to dig deep a couple of times, but that was a good performance from the 22-year-old from Abbey Wood, South East London. His dad and his 3 brothers are in the crowd here, and they will surely be very pleased at the manner in which he has finished this fight. He is through to the semi-final, and he's talking to OJ.
Thank you very much, Rob. I'm with Conor. Conor, an extra 30 seconds, do you think you would have stopped him?
Maybe. It was tough. He's tough, but got to give it to me. He was tough.
6-minute rounds when you're conditioned to fight in 2s and 3s. How different is it? How different is it fighting for 6 minutes straight?
Well, you've got to pace yourself. You've got to try and pick your shots, but it's hard. It's easier said than done.
And is there any form of, I don't know, let down knowing the fact that you through to the semi-finals but taking no money with you?
Nah, win's a win at the end of the day.
Win's a win. Win's a win. He is through to the semi-finals. Conor! And let's talk to the loser as well. He was such a big guy. What was your game plan coming in? Just keep walking onto him.
That's fine, yeah. Again, I knew he had the distance. I knew he was a southpaw. So I had to work in there, obviously because his big hand was going to be his left, so I had to get in the way, an orthodox stance, to kind of miss that and get right in there. So the plan was to work up close, keep the guard there. Those big shots he's thrown the distance, just keep him on the pads. And I think he won because of his work rate.
Just talk us through the blitz. Talk us through the blitz. When you hear the siren go off, the klaxon goes off, the lights change, how does it change you as a fighter at that moment?
I'll tell you what, it makes you more conscious and more kind of giving that attack at the same time. It's very careful. You've got to be careful because you know you're throwing them, but he's throwing them as well. And when you're toe-to-toe like that fight just was, it can go either way. So.
Well, listen, it was a great fight. Thank you to both of them. Thank you so much. Great fight.